This is the Ashcroft Indian Band cooking show. We're back today. We are doing some Christmas baking, and today is recipes that were sent in by members, and we're going to give them a whirl. So bear with us, it's going to be fun.
I think I won because they're all baking ones. We actually got sent quite a few, so we decided just to do baking today, and we might save the other savory ones for in the new year. So so this is like a bonus episode.
Season 6.
Yeah, so we got Lazy Daisy cake, which I've never made. So we'll wing it. That's from my mom and dad, but I've had it, but I've never made it. Ginger molasses cookies, kind of a Starbucks kind of imitation.
Like ginger cookies?
And that one was, I got it twice from Rachel and Shallon. And also the Christmas crack is what people call it. Can we do better than that?
Almond roca.
Thank you. A little bad. And we'll attempt that. So
that was from Nikki.
Yes.
Right.
So thank you for all the entries that were quite fun. We're gonna hopefully we do them justice.
Okay.
All right. So
we'll be the judge of that.
So this is the Lazy Daisy cake. It's kind of bizarre, but I'm going with it. I'm gonna heat up some milk.
Oh, I'm cracking eggs.
We're just gonna let this simmer a little bit.
Oh my God.
Look at this.
Nothing to see here.
Look at what is happening. So I'm just simmering the milk.
I've been outside taking care of Christmas Tree Lane.
Okay, my milk is separated.
I guess I should have done the milk. So we fixed my hair problem. We fixed the milk problem. Pretty sure there's no more shells, and we're ready to go.
All right, take two. That was a funny start, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, what am I doing? Right.
So I got some fresh milk here that isn't spoiled. Apparently I don't check the milk very often.
3 sniffs later.
We all had to smell it to make sure it was bad. Okay. So I'm just going to heat up the milk just till it boils a little bit, like a little simmers a little bit, not even boils. And then I'm going to take it off and add the butter. Well,
what am I doing?
just look busy, look angry. People assume you're busy when you're angry.
I'm the little kid in the corner today. Sitting in the bowl.
No, so she's adding the eggs and sugar, which is like a common base for a cake, right?
It is so.
Yeah, all right. So we're just going to let this get hot. Okay, so now I've heated up the milk. I'm going to add the butter to it so it melts.
And I'm going to put the baking soda, flour, and salt, mix it up, and then we'll add it all at once.
Yeah. And some vanilla. I think you do the wet and then the dry, but I'm like, this is a weird little recipe. And I had to look it online a little bit, cheat, because my mom's recipe, as usual, had instructions all over. Thank you, Mom. And not really good measurements, but she just eyeballs it.
But for professional chefs like us, not a problem.
We can figure it out. We have Google. So I'm just going to let this cool down a little bit too, because if I add it to when it's hot, we'll have scrambled eggs. All right, so now you're perfectly
Sorry, I was almost on
my mat. They don't see it. They don't know I cheat with like a little bit of a mat to make me taller. Thank you. So your eggs and sugar. So I'm going to add slowly my milk mixture. I don't want to make sure it's just kind of tempering so we don't have scrambled eggs a little bit at a time because it's still a little bit warm. All right, go ahead. So this is flour. Is it baking powder or soda? Baking powder.
Yep, powder.
And salt. Oh. All right, and we greased a 9x9, and I even cheated. I'm gonna try the parchment paper trick, so maybe we can pull it out after. We'll see if it works or not.
So now it says when you're doing this to...
Oh, right, I'm over mixing.
Over mix it.
All right, so I'm just gonna put this in. I think, what does it say? We're gonna 22 to 25 minutes at a 350 oven.
That is correct.
All right, so we'll just spread it evenly and we'll be back. All right, so we're gonna tempt this sauce for the topping. This, what do you, icing? Oh, okay.
It's got coconut, that's all I care about.
Okay, yeah, so we're gonna melt some, let's see if I remember how to do this. I'm gonna melt some butter.
Look at us.
What is this?
Yep.
Some 5 tablespoons? I don't know.
No, 9. It's supposed to be 9 tablespoons.
No, that's brown sugar.
Oh, yeah, right. right. I'm just testing her. Good job, Jode.
Well, this one, like I got on the internets, on the
Google.
Googles, and I compared it to my mom's, and it's pretty similar. So we're gonna let this, and we're gonna add the sugar. Look at this is where the 9 tablespoons is. What a weird ingredient.
What is 9 tablespoons?
It's roughly a cup.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Hey, what can I add?
Okay.
What can I do to help?
So your milk, that is supposed to be heavy cream, so you can add that.
Oh.
Oh man, I have a thing with this caramel sauce stuff.
Oh my goodness.
So I think we just cook this, do we? What do we think?
Yeah, instructions are, they're over here.
Yeah. Till it comes to a boil.
Bubbling vigorously all over.
So we can remove.
How did I end up over here?
It's awesome.
It's Christmas magic. Wow.
Poof.
Oh, and I'm really tall too.
There's nothing under our feet. So we'll just add this.
And that would be coconut?
Coconut. The what I don't know.
Icing?
No, I was gonna say what kind I had. It's like sweetened, shredded sweetened something. I don't know. All right, so now we've pulled out the cake. It looks pretty good, actually.
Great.
Yeah.
Smells good.
So good recipe so far.
Yeah,
Thank
so far,
you.
yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna put the topping on.
Yes, we are. Best part.
Let's see. And I've set the oven to broil. So just what does it say? Just till it kind of bubbles. Okay, so now we're gonna try the Starbucks version of the ginger molasses cookie from
Yes, we are.
Rachel and Shallon. Their recipes were pretty close, so we kind of went with this one. So we're gonna cream up some butter.
That is correct. And it is, how much is it? 3/4 cup.
All right.
Okay, and then you're going to mix that with the brown sugar.
You bet.
All right, and that is 1 cup of brown sugar.
Yes.
Just your basic cookie recipe to start.
Yeah.
All right. All right, then we're going to add the egg and the molasses.
And I did my little molasses trick with, I sprayed the measuring cup, and it should slide right out.
So you put a little bit of oil or whatever in there to coat it first? Is that what you do?
Yeah, cooking spray, yeah. Just trying to...
Look out,
okay. We'll be eating shells because we don't have any more, so that's fine. Anytime you want.
I got this.
Anytime.
Okay, yeah, I just don't want to.
Oh, sorry. Come on, come on.
Hold on, finger here.
Okay, I'll stay out of your way.
Ha! No shells. Alright, ready for the molasses?
You bet.
It's slow.
It did, sort of, mostly.
Not even gonna work either.
So this is the, well, Diana wrestles with the molasses. We used the, what did we use, the fancy? No, yeah, the fancy molasses instead of the black strap. That's a little too strong of a flavor.
Right.
So
Blackstrap. You learned that at cooking school too?
I did at Cordon Bleu. they make ginger molasses cookies a lot there. Okay.
All right, so then...
I'll sneak a little vanilla too,
right,
if you don't mind.
We're adding vanilla to this because, well, that's what we do here.
Okay, so now the dry ingredients.
All right, so I personally like to add my soda and salt to my flour in advance.
I do too. Just makes it easier.
My professional.
And it calls for cinnamon and ginger, and we kind of snuck a little more ginger.
Yeah.
So it's really gingery.
You can really smell that. That's awesome.
You just don't want a bland cookie, so.
Nobody wants a bland cookie.
No. And so this kind of looks like tough, and yeah, it takes a while for the moisture to come out, so it gets a little dry at first.
That's why we'll just add a little bit at a time.
Ooh, I breathed that ginger right in. Woo!
About that size, or is that too big?
It's up to you, or you can roll them in your hand. It's whatever. Yeah, that looks good actually. Then you, I don't know. I didn't actually read that far down. This is what I did the other day. And then
right, I was just checking my size, checking my size.
I like that. Okay, I got you. I won't go. Oh. So you just roll it in flour. No, not flour. Sugar.
Right, so our cookies are done. They look fabulous. And they go in the oven for
11, 12 minutes.
Well,
it says 375. I'm going to kind of gauge it because you want them little like chewy.
A little crisp on the outside, chewy on
chewy
the
in
inside.
the yeah, so you don't want them too dry, but yeah, we flattened them so they look pretty good.
We added a little extra sprinkle of sugar
on top.
Yeah.
That was an executive decision. Okay, we're back with our Christmas crack. I'm rhyming. This has so many different versions. Almond roca is one of the names for it, and there's so many different topping variations for it. So I just am melting down a cup of butter and a cup of brown sugar to make the yummy sauce. So just you do it until your butter's melted, and then we're just gonna let it boil for a few minutes and kind of firm up before we put it over some graham wafers. There's also a lot of people use those saltine crackers, like Premium Plus crackers as well for the salt. So I just put it on parchment paper, just lined it, and we're gonna top it with this. And also chocolate chips, I'm gonna melt over it. And you can use almonds, sliced almonds, you can use pecans, you can use toffee bits, candy canes, whatever you want. So we'll just gonna let this, it's just bubbling now. I'm just gonna give it a minute to bubble, and then I'm gonna pour it over here. All right, it's boiled for a few minutes. Is there anything better than butter and brown sugar? So I'm just gonna, I stirred it constantly so it didn't burn. So now I'm just gonna take my yummy toffee that I made, caramely yum, and I'm just gonna pour it over this. It smells like fudge. Diana's missing out. She's working hard outside on the Christmas trees, so I'm sneaking and doing this. All right, so now we're just gonna spread this on, make sure it gets on every one of the crackers. Okay, I've spread it all evenly over the graham crackers. So now I'm just gonna pop this in the oven, a 350 oven, just for a few minutes, like 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna bring it back out, and then we're gonna add the chocolate chips. All right, so now we've removed it from the oven. It's cooked for just over 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna add the chocolate chips. I'm just gonna spread them out. It says, I think it says 2 cups, but just eyeball how much you put on there. I had a full package until my daughter snuck some. So you can still see there's lots. Make sure you hit it all because it's gonna pop back in the oven for a minute, just until the chocolate chips melt, and then we're gonna spread it out for the chocolate layer. All right, so I put this in a minute. So now we're just gonna, the chocolate chips are nice and melted. So now we're just gonna spread out the melted chocolate chips. Ooh, this smells good. Right to the edges. And then you can top it with anything you want. Toffee bits, chocolate chips. We already have chocolate chips. Toffee bits, candy canes, walnuts. What do I have? Almonds here. I wasn't sure about the nuts at first, but it actually, the salt from the nuts actually cuts down the sweetness. So I'm gonna put some sliced almonds on here. And then I'm gonna do some pecans. You can do, like I said, walnuts. Diana is allergic to walnuts, so I won't do that to her. But do whatever you want. I seen M&Ms on here. All right, so now we gotta let this cool for a couple hours. Put it somewhere cold, and then you can just crack it. And we'll be back. Okay, the cookies are out of the oven. It smells very gingery in here.
It smells like Christmas.
Diana's cracking the Christmas crack. I guess that's where it gets its name. I just clued in.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, we tried the 2 different toppings, so you can see which one you like. I know you're not
Almond.
you don't
Not
like
a
pecan fan.
No.
Yeah, so that's,
Yeah,
you can,
I'll try the
yeah. Lots of toffee here
almond.
today.
Mm.
Yeah, and then our cake. Woo, our cake is, I think, the hit. I think.
The cake is amazing.
Yeah, it's like a little,
It's so good. Like, you can't even explain it.
We've been sneaking it behind camera. So there's the 3. They're all hits, so
Yeah.
thank you for the
very
recipes. These
good.
are great to add to our rotation at Christmas. And so give these a try. I'd like to see your take on them. And thank you for everyone that sent in the recipes.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's nice to try something different.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you. And this is our Christmas special, so I hope everyone has a great holiday. And we'll be back with new episodes in the new year.
Sweet. Merry Christmas.
Thanks.